Starts first down and 10 at their own 10-yard line. And Tevin Coleman with some running room. Tevin Coleman down the sideline. Coleman, one man to beat. Tevin Coleman's going to go 90 yards, and Indiana takes the lead. Randall L. scrambles, thought about the pitch, keeps it himself down the sidelines. He could go. Antoine Randall L. touchdown. To the end zone, that's hauled in with one hand by McCulley. Touchdown, Indiana.
Welcome to episode 200. 200. Can you believe it? That's ridiculous. Of the Hoosier Happy Hour podcast. I am Michael Bragg, the host, one of the hosts. I'm here with Brandon, the other host, and we're here with Seth. That's what we're going to do for the intro from now on. You guys don't care about our Twitter handles. Let's be real. So that's who's here. The full cast for the big bicentennial. What's up, Brando? What's going on?
I mean, so we do like sometimes we do 2 in a week, but like we've almost done 4 years worth of podcasts. Like that's pretty crazy. Yeah. I mean, not that I want to pat ourselves on the back too much, but it's quite the run. I mean, it's not Cal Ripken yet, but it's a good run.
He's a compiler. One year.
Whoa.
1 year for each one of our listeners, which is perfect. Not including Seth. So speaking of Seth, what's up, man?
Nothing. This is awesome. 200.
Yeah.
Pretty cool.
Yeah. So we're going to change it up a little bit because we're heading into a new part of the podcast series. We're here to you, I think, your guys' favorite part, which is basically the June-July run-through of the schedule, because we know so much about each one of these teams on our schedule that we're going to go ahead and preview the games during the summer, because let's be honest, there's nothing else to talk about right now. So what we're going to do today is we're going to do news around the program. There's some commitments that have happened since last time we talked. There was a little bit of a ticket scandal that we're going to go over, and we had some game times announced as well. Then we'll get into some video game talk. If you're listening to this, you know what we're talking about. Then we will start the schedule preview, and then we'll just do, the normal stuff, randos and sacks. So let's hop right in, unless anybody else wants to get emotional about the 200. No? Okay, cool. So news around the program. Since I wasn't on the last podcast, and they went through all of the official visits, was it both of you guys last podcast, or just it was both, right?
Yeah.
I listened to it. For some reason I didn't get into the individual recruit part of it. I don't know what happened. But since we last spoke, we've had 4, I guess you would say 4 commits, right? You'd have 1 transfer that came in as a PWO, and then we had 3 high school commits. So we'll start with those first. In the 2025 class, you got cornerback Jalen Bell, a 3-star in Loganville, Georgia, right? You would think not a big deal, right? 5'11", 180 or so, something like that. Here are his offers, Brando. Some of the key ones: Arkansas, Colorado, Florida, Florida State, Georgia, Miami, Ole Miss, South Carolina. All offered the kid. And we got him. Locked him up on the official visit. Anything you want to add on him, or that you didn't, or that you highlighted maybe last pod? Or
no, not that we specifically highlighted last pod, but we're going to have to continue to recruit this guy.
All of them.
Seth and I hit on this, just how important. I think was it the other corner that is taking a visit to Michigan State? Is it this weekend or next weekend?
McCorkle. Yeah, Chris McCorkle.
I think it's June 14th. But whatever it is, like, yeah, if you want to get good players, the recruitment doesn't stop once they commit. Because like you said, I mean, when you're big game hunting, it's not official until it's official.
And again, we all know this. Ratings don't mean crap for the most part. Let's be real. We'll talk about one of them.
Sig don't care.
No, he doesn't care. And we'll talk about somebody that had a high rating here in just a little bit. That has I don't know, taken a different route in his career, right? So, but either way, I think our top 3 recruits so far in high school are defensive backfield. We have a top 24/7 corner, and then we've got safety, and then we've got 2 corners in McCorkle and Bell. So good start. We'll see if we can hold on to them. We've talked about this, I think, multiple times. High school commits are fun for a while, but you gotta you got to commit them. You got to recruit them for 4 years, right? 5 years, basically. The year before they're in the program, and then the 4 while they're there. So take this with what you want to take it with. So at running back, Sean Kawano. Am I right there? 3-star running back out of Clearwater, Florida, one of Seth's former stomping grounds, maybe. 6 foot 185. So fits kind of the bill with the running backs we have in the system right now. Some official visits that I saw. Minnesota doesn't have an official visit anymore. I still see USF on his profile as far as him going to check it out. I think it's in 2 weeks. I would think we're okay. Some of his other key offers, though, were, again, another big recruit in Auburn in South Carolina. I mean, that's who we're fighting with right now, Brandon. That's got to be pretty encouraging.
Yeah. I mean, the Southern schools don't want him to lead the South.
But let's take a look. Maybe after we talk about this next guy, defensive lineman Javarius Hall. He's a defensive tackle, right? You would think.
Yeah.
He's 6'2", 270, 3-star recruit out of Columbia, Tennessee. Official visits were set to IU and Louisville. I think he still has Louisville on his profile, but according to his social media, he is 100% committed to the what did he call it? The new Indiana University, right? Yeah.
Yep.
So it's going to be fun. Again, key offers, Brandon. This is another one again. Auburn, Missouri, Ole Miss, Tennessee. Those are 4 SEC schools.
270 high school is
big.
massive.
Yeah, that's a big boy. Think about who we used to recruit against, though. Maybe we would catch Michigan State in one of these official offers and beat them out, or West Virginia, or a MAC school, right? But now we're fighting with the SEC. We're fighting with Florida State. We're fighting with Miami. Like, these are some big time programs, and we're winning them. And as of today, at least this morning, maybe it's changed. Currently ranked number 26 class, early on, very early in the nation. Number 26 in high school recruits right now. Anything else you want to add on those 3, Brandon?
Not on those 3. It is extremely early, but like, we're 7th in the Big Ten right now. Like, top 25, in my opinion, like that's fine. That's whatever. You play most of your games in conference, and right now we're 7th after 11 commits, right?
Yeah.
For those that you would consider our rival, Illinois, Purdue, Michigan State, 15, 16, 17. Super early. But if you want to keep track of like who we are now competing for without East and West divisions, right? Illinois, Purdue, and Michigan State, they're 3 of the 4 bottom of the Big Ten, while we're number 7. We're competing with Oregon and Wisconsin right now in recruit rankings.
So. Yeah, that's impressive. And I just want to just consider this, and don't forget, guys, there are now 18 teams in this conference. So 7, maybe last year was like, whatever, 7. No. We're above 11 other teams. So that's pretty impressive. Seth, anything you want to add here?
Yeah, the one thing I want to talk about really quickly is the footprint of the states that he is recruiting in. This is Florida, Georgia, Tennessee. These are typically the Sun Belt, the area that he recruited when he was at James Madison. So it's really nice to see that even though he has moved on to IU, those relationships he has with the high school coaches in that part of the country still holding strong, as those are very fertile recruiting grounds moving forward. So very, very impactful. To see Georgia, Florida, Tennessee being high impact states for the Cignetti regime.
Nobody wants to hear this. Nobody wants to hear this, but I have to say it. Ohio State is cleaning up. They have 3 5-stars, the most in the country. They have 10 4-stars, and as far as like average star rating, they are crushing everybody. They're not number 1. Notre Dame's number 1 because they have just the sheer amount of commits they have. But Ohio State could put in an epic recruiting class.
Oh, yeah. But again, and as I said at the beginning, and maybe it's different at Ohio State, not really, though, is do they hold on to him? What's that translate to, right?
Yeah.
But, we'll see. And as I said, this has nothing to do with the coach over there, who's not really a coach. He's just somebody that stands there with a headset on. It's not hard to recruit there. It shouldn't be hard to recruit there. You just show up at the house and say, hey, look, Ohio State, you can play for us for free. They will pay you money. And they're like, okay, cool, let's do that. That's how easy it is. I could go recruit for them and bring in 5 stars. Not that hard. All right, let's move on to the transfer, and then we'll get out of the commitment part. We'll get into the stuff everybody wants to talk about. The transfer is Andrew DePepe. The last name might sound familiar. That's because we just got his brother in the 2024 high school class. Andrew is a defensive end transfer from Michigan State. This was kind of I wouldn't say a heated argument. I would say one of the stupid, like back and forth Brandon and I had in there in our group chat. He's 6'5", 255. Coming out of high school, he was a 4-star recruit, top 125 ranked recruit, and the number 17 defensive end coming out. This was in the 2023 class, right, Brandon?
Yes.
Yeah, so he's a redshirt freshman coming in as a preferred walk-on. Doesn't take a scholarship. So this is where Brandon's like, don't get too hyped. He didn't play. He did not play. Never saw the field. Had a falling out at Michigan State. Didn't live up to the hype that he came into the program with. Now, again, we want to talk about bad coaches. We can talk about Mel Tucker. We can talk about that program that he ran over there. Maybe that was the problem. And my side of the defense is this is like a 1-year sign, and like in comparison to the NFL, you're picking somebody up off free agency who should be a stud, sign him to a 1-year prove-it contract and see what happens. You have no scholarship involvement here. There's virtually no obligation to give him a scholarship. I think he'll get one at some point if he turns out to be halfway decent. But what do we have to lose on this, Brandon? Right? I mean, I don't know if I flipped your opinion on this or not.
So I am taking this from username Cookie from the Peegs board. He's very, very good. He was one of the best people on the Peegs football side, but he's from Quad Cities that Seth references often. Was not recruited by Iowa or Iowa State, right? He mentioned his dream school was Wisconsin. Wisconsin had absolutely no interest. Michigan State, you don't ever cut players, but they weren't mad to see him go. That's red flags. Now, on the flip side, guy is a freak. Like his high school production, ridiculous. His testing, off the charts. So what it sounds to me is the guy needs coaching. He needs the right people around him. He needs a culture change. All of those things that maybe as an 18, 19-year-old he wasn't getting, and maybe that can change at Indiana. A change of scenery can be everything, especially with the profile he has. But there's red flags left and right with him.
Yeah, and I'm not going to argue with you. I don't think we had an argument. I think it was more of just like a discussion. Like, hey, here's why I think it's a good thing. You don't think it's a bad thing. I just don't think you have any expectations of what he's going to do coming. And I don't either. But that's the whole thing. You don't need expectations when you're not giving up a scholarship spot on your roster for a player that could be an absolute stud. Let's be real. I mean, he could be a stud coming out of high school, and maybe he just wasn't used. Maybe he needs his brother. He played with his brother in high school.
Yep.
Maybe he just needs to be around his brother and a good culture. And you said that. So anything else you guys want to add on this before we move on to some of the drama? Nope. Okay. I'm sure you guys have heard. The student section has been moved in Memorial Stadium. Normally, a great thing. I still think it's a good thing. I do. I really do. I think it's a good thing. I like what's happening. If you guys don't know, basically what they're doing is they're taking what the student section and they're kind of shifting it over to the left. Like if you're looking at it from the field, they're shifting it over to the left a little bit, right? Which means that they're losing, I want to say they're losing sections 24 and 25, and they're going like basically 13, which is in the north end zone, all the way over to 23, if I'm not mistaken, maybe 22. That whole corner, that end zone will be students and then donors that paid a lot of money for those red seats. But that's where your student section will be. Here's the problem, is that they did this after season ticket seat selection was already completed. Now, normally, your boy Brandon and I would have enjoyed this, right? We would have loved it. We wouldn't have had a problem. We wouldn't have needed to make phone calls. We wouldn't have needed to do anything crazy, right? But except we moved our tickets this year. I added 2 tickets. We moved them to the end zone. That end zone in particular.
Basically, front row end zone.
Yeah, we were hype about these seats, right? We used to sit there before, probably 6 years ago,
6-7 years
maybe
ago.
more. We used to sit over there before, then we moved back over with the more of a mature crowd, I would say. And now we got booted out of those seats.
I don't.
Yeah, but I don't have I think I'm going to like where we're sitting. I think the biggest obstacle is going to be deciding whether or not we want to walk down the stairs or up the stairs. But that's it. We've got aisle seats. We're more towards the 50-yard line. And we're going to have a great, what do they call it? The all 22. We're going to have the all 22 angle of the field, as we will now be sitting section 9, row 60.
As opposed to 15 that we
15,
had.
row 2. So I'm okay with it. I think we'll see. Brandon and I have had some different seats. I think at 2019, where we hated them at the first game, and we ended up meeting back at the ticket office and picking different seats for different games.
We had obstruction seats, and because there was a railing, and it was bad.
Yeah.
So you keep going. There's more to the story. I don't want
to go ahead. All I'm going to say is that the guy that I talked to, his name is Tyler in the ticket office. Shout out Tyler in the ticket office. He was incredibly nice, and I think incredibly scared to make his phone calls. And I just told him, I said, look, man, what are we going to do? You know what I mean? You got to move. We can't sit there. So let's just do whatever we can do. We did get seat backs out of this. We did get free seat backs out of this, so we can sit in style, I think. I don't know if my kids will like that or not. Maybe it'll be good for them. But we got free seat backs now, and I'm okay with it. We'll see. Go ahead, Brandon.
So, first of all, it is a smart move. Sticking students in basically like red zone seats and having them go farther up than farther over is stupid. Getting them closer to the action is better. It's a good move.
Yeah, hold on. Can you tell them where they used to be? They're getting rid of that section over there. If you guys remember, guys listening, you guys have seen this over the last few years when the students have really shown up. That student section's full, top to bottom, in those 20 sections. So there was an overflow section, and maybe you've seen it on TV if you guys don't go to the games, in the south end zone across from the visitor section. So sections 31 and 32, I think. That used to be the overflow section. That doesn't make any sense, right? If you're a student, you're like, I don't want to sit over there. You're way far away from the other students. You don't know what's going on over there. They've eliminated that. That's general public now. Moved them over. So I'm with you. Keep going. Spit.
The timing is a spit
terrible
in the face to, let's just call it, the few diehard IU fans. The people that sit in the end zone want to see the players come out. They want to see the red steppers. They want to see the pyrotechnics. They want their kids to catch a field goal or extra point. Jeremy Gray on Twitter, he and his kids have sat there for a decade. I think that's true with a lot of the fans that got the boot. Let's be honest. We moved the seats so your kids could see more of the halftime, end of quarter festivities. We moved it there for a family environment. And I think many people that sat in those seats is who lost it. The timing of it is just epically bad. And it comes to an athletic department. And I don't want to make this a Dolson argument again, but like, he cannot get out of his way. His department cannot get out of his way. Seat selection wasn't that long ago. It was literally a month ago. 3 weeks ago?
Yeah, it
How
wasn't
do
even that
you
way. It
not
legit
have
wasn't that
this
long ago.
decided? How do you not have this decided before seat selection? Like, if again, treat this as a product launch, right? Like I work for a product-based company, right? You aren't talking about this student section move 3 days before they do it. This has been in the talks for months. Months. No season ticket holder would have been mad if you had to bump seat selection a month so they could figure out this seat selection. It is a absolute fumbling by a company. Let's just call the department what it is. Every department at a school, at a company, right, should function as a business. And it was absolute horrible business. Even though it's a great product. It's a great product that should have been done way, way before. It's a great product decision. But the timing, and that just stems to the athletic department's absolute ineptitude. And I don't want to be negative because we got awesome commitments. We're scheduling a game that I think could be quite fun, specifically for IU. But I just can't go into this hard enough that at the department level, fail after fail after fail after fail, and it's embarrassing. It is.
So, Seth, your school did something similar, and you not being a season ticket holder, I don't know how much you can elaborate on this, but when Purdue moved the students from what was kind of the same area of the field of what IU students are on, behind the visitors bench, basically 15, 20-yard line into the end zone to the south end zone, I think, right? You guys built that new section. Did this cause any issues, or was that only built and then said this is the student section no matter what, or was it built prior and then?
I mean, we had that horseshoe set up, so there was hardly anything in that south end zone at the time. So there was maybe 500 permanent seats, and permanent's probably in quotations. Bleachers.
Gotcha.
Yeah. So it was.
Yeah, I've sat over there before.
Yeah. So it was largely a net gain. It was, there was no. Yeah, there was less butthurtedness, I think, just from.
Gotcha.
Yeah, I mean, it's a non-existing space. So what are you gonna do?
Yeah. So I'm going to reiterate again the fact that I was I upset that we had to move. Yeah. Is it going to be the end of the world? No, we still have our tickets. We still, we got. We'll see. Could be really good seats.
Time. The kids are gonna have a
it'll be fine.
Time. But again, it's the time. And again, I know you put
the
on
timing.
I don't even care that they did a news
Sneaky.
drop at 8 p.m. on a Friday. That's sketchy, but mine's like the lack of institutional confidence that I have in specifically Scott Dolson is just, it goes again and again. Just bump the tickets a month so you can figure this out. That's duh. Right now, I'm probably saying something I shouldn't, and I'm going too hard on it. We want to launch a product right after the Tour de France. Right? That's when the most eyes are watching cycling. But my operations team cannot globally provide enough product in all our global warehouses. So we are delaying the launch 3 weeks. That will hurt because there won't be as many eyes in cycling. But we want to have product globally. So we have to push the launch 3 weeks. That's what companies do. They have to make sacrifices for the betterment of the company, the betterment of the customer. Over and over again, Indiana Athletic Department fails in that area, and they failed again.
Have we found out if this was an athletic department call, or if this was like a Coach Sig call, or if this was a student union call, or a student athletic board call
from the student athletics or Coach Sig? Heavy lies the crown.
100%.
It's the CEO's fault when things like this happen. Even if he had nothing to do with it, which he's so disconnected from football, that wouldn't surprise me if he had nothing to do with it. But it falls on him, whether it is him or not. It falls on him. Okay. Anyway, let's jump off of it because
hold on. I want to ask one question. One question to you and Seth. Take the whole drama of the reselection and everything else out of it. Is this a love or a hate thing, right?
I love it. It's the right move.
It can be right, and you can also have gotten screwed. I mean, I think both.
Well, we
things,
did.
both things
Yeah.
can be true.
But it's the right move, right? I mean, you eliminate a basically a segregated student section if there's going to be a full set of students there. You bring everybody together, band kind of in between there, and I think you're all set. So, all right, let's move on. Game times were announced for the first 3 games, which Brandon will not be attending any of them, from what he said. I don't understand why he hates Friday night games. I don't get it. They're a blast. But first game, Saturday, August 31st, FIU, who we're going to preview here very shortly. 3:30 kick on BTN. The line has come out, Brandon. IU minus 18.5.
Grab that now.
Yeah.
Grab that now.
Probably going to move.
That's getting up to 20.5 points.
Yeah. Then the following week, I just hinted at, is against Western Illinois at home. It's a Friday kick at 7 o'clock on BTN. Again, I think I'm going to be there. Doesn't matter. I'll be there either way. But that'll be a fun one. And then we've got what I think is going to be awesome at UCLA, Saturday, 9/14, 7:30 kick in the Rose Bowl. NBC Peacock National TV. Love it. What do you think about the first 3 game schedule? I know you hate the middle one, so we don't have to talk about that one.
I mean, honestly, that's where Indiana and Western Illinois should play. I mean, I hate it for resale purposes. But I mean, honestly, like with an 18-team Big Ten part of non-conference, like you're burying Indiana and Western Illinois. That just is. So I mean, I hate it, but it honestly, I don't hate it because it doesn't make sense. I love the 3:30 slate over Labor Day. That is great. I don't know how we secured the bag of the night game on NBC. That I haven't seen like the little like
look up the
TV
schedule.
TV breakdown of that week. Yeah, I guess I could just look on the ESPN app.
I'll look it up.
Like, that is a hell of a get. And again, this is one of the 50-50 games. We'll preview it either next week or in 2 weeks. But a very winnable game on a national stage. We should be 2-0. If we're not 2-0, things have fallen off the rails. Like, this is a 50-50 game that you could win to go bowling for the first time in 4 years.
Yes. What I was going to look at. Okay, let's look at the week 3 schedule for the Big Ten. Man, there's some good ones. You've got Alabama at Wisconsin, Central Michigan at Illinois, Arkansas State at Michigan. Of course, they play Arkansas State. Notre Dame at Purdue. That one's going to be on CBS. The Wisconsin-Alabama game's on Fox. Nevada, Minnesota. You've got the probably one of Seth's favorite games going to be playing the same time as Purdue, Notre Dame. Washington State, Washington. That one's going to be on Peacock at 3 o'clock. Oregon State, 3:30 on Fox. So back-to-back Fox Big Ten games. Prairie View A&M at Michigan State. Troy at Iowa. Northern Iowa at Nebraska. Eastern Illinois at Northwestern. And Maryland at Virginia. So the night games, that's the best matchup. IU at UCLA is the best matchup at night games. Because those last 3 I read off were the 7:30 or 8 o'clock kicks. So Maryland at Virginia is on ACC Network. They didn't even make the BTN. They didn't even get anything.
The ACC Network games are brutal.
Oh, they're bad. They're like watching, no offense, but if you guys have watched like an IU soccer game, like a conference game on BTN, it's students calling the game, basically. That's what it's going to be like on the ACC Network. But yeah, that's crazy. And there's some really good games in week 3. I can't believe Oregon State's not a night game. Washington State, Washington's not going to be what it would be last year. So I don't know. It's hard to argue. I'll take it. We'll just say that. Anything else you want to add on those 3 games, Seth? No? All right, here comes Seth's specialty. By the time we release this pod, which will be Thursday morning, 43 days left, Seth, until NCAA football 25 drops. Do you want to talk about what the team ratings are for IU that have been released?
So
And I'll tell you, and I'll give you my thoughts afterward.
Yeah, so they were doing screenshot releases of the of I guess like the gameplay mechanics. And so they're doing this team selection screen. And on that it says the overall, the offensive and the defensive ratings. And they did most of the Big Ten. Not all of them. I think there's about 11 or 12 of the 18 teams. IU was rated 74 overall, 67 on offense, and 74 on defense. And one of the things to keep in mind is the offensive rating in that is largely based on the quarterback rating. So that does not give an overall favorable indicator on how they feel about Rourke or Cherry moving forward. So that's an interesting, or Jackson as well. So just a very interesting snapshot of what their expectations are moving forward. Hopefully we expect it to be an evolving roster so that, if people perform as the season goes on, those get adjusted. That's a very interesting starting point, and you'd have to figure it has to be one of the lower of the Big Ten ratings.
So I'm going to stay with the same thought process I had when it was released, is that you kind of have to earn that rating, right? So of course Michigan comes out. Michigan lost 1,000 players, and of course they've got great ratings across the board, right? One interesting thing to talk about too, I guess. One, you said this is not one of the two, but you did say the revolving rankings is that this isn't NCAA 14. When IU comes in as a 67, whatever it was, on offense, defense, it didn't change, right? Now, in this version of this, it will update, I'm assuming, weekly. Seth, do we know when it's going to update?
I would assume even more quickly than that. I mean, it can be every day. If there's a Thursday game, it can update by Friday.
Yeah. So daily or weekly, who knows? It's going to update. So if IU comes out and just completely blows the doors off of FIU in day one or week one, that rating's not going to stay where it's at. So my other thought is, traditionally, and it's amazing how accurate what I'm about to say is, on every NCAA football game, probably since 2006, they always get IU's uniforms wrong. Always. From what we understand and what we've talked about and what people such as Brandon's referenced Cookie have said, is that there should be new uniforms this season. We haven't seen anything yet, so they better come out here pretty quick. But from what we understand is that the black is going away, at least the black face mask is going away. If they're getting ready to release a game, these uniforms are not going to be correct. So that'll be interesting to see if that gets fixed as well. So again, just a tiny thing, stupid. I know we can fix it, I think, through the PC and your account, but just something I always bitch about whenever this game comes out. So Brandon, anything you want to add to this? Are you a gamer? Do you game college football?
So I'm so torn. I don't have like a new generation system, so I'd have to buy one. So like I'm just gonna live at your guys' places.
That's fine.
Play this.
That's fine.
So
We have a
like
guest room.
I'm not a gamer. I have not turned on a console since my son's been alive. Even before Cam was born, I mostly just played NCAA football when they re-released the rosters in August. And I played that for a few months. No, I'm not PC games, not console games, not a gamer, even remotely close.
Yeah. Just to be super clear, Seth and I are not super nerdy gamers either. Like we play NCAA football 14 and FIFA and MLB The Show and Madden. Like that's it. Like
2K was my game like right after college. Like I love like going to get hammered in Broad Ripple, throwing on the headset, playing 2K till like 4 in the morning. Because I thought the NBA 2K was the best gameplay of it. Madden went so far downhill. Even like the NCAA football gameplay, like I liked it because of the playbook and the players and all of that. But like even the gameplay wasn't great. So like when I was in college, after college, I was an NBA 2K guy, and that hasn't been for a decade. So
I tried 2K, man. I just couldn't do it. Couldn't do it. But always sports, never anything else. I never played anything else. But all right, let's move on. Let's get right into. I know you guys are like 34 minutes into the pod. You guys are just now going to preview the schedule. Don't worry about it, guys. This one shouldn't take too long. Game 1, Florida International. Don't sleep. Don't sleep on the Panthers. Golden Panthers, I think is what they're called. Florida International Golden Panthers, which is, I believe, redundant because, believe it or not, the Panther is traditionally the golden color. Now, when you think of Panthers, you think of Carolina Panthers, right? Or maybe my Florida Panthers, which are both different colors. Carolina Panthers are Black Panthers. My Florida Panthers hockey team are Golden Panthers because it's a Florida Panthers, literally a Florida Panther. They're golden traditionally. That's what color Panthers should be. So it's a redundant mascot name. Either way, what I'm saying is don't sleep on them because we did this with Idaho. No, who did we do this with? Akron. I feel like we did this with Akron last year. We were just like, Akron, you joking me? That game turned out to be a little stupid, right? But either way, let's get into it. Game 1, Florida International, IU favored by 18.5. This is going to take place on what we just talked about. Saturday, 3:30 p.m. in Bloomington. Series history is kind of weird, Brandon. I didn't know this. I forgot. 4-game split series. IU's 3-0 so far, but we played in 2015 in Bloomington. Here's the crazy part. We're a Big Ten school. I don't care if you don't think we're a big football school or not, but Big Ten school. We have played at home in 2015. We went to Miami in 2016 and 2018 against FIU, Brandon. And we beat them both times. Either way, average margin of victory, 15 points. Largest margin of victory, 21 when we beat them 34-13 in Miami in 2016. Does this series make sense to you? This was a Kevin Wilson, Fred Glass series, I believe.
Had to be
kind of dumb, right? Because you remember Kevin Wilson, he had Navy. He put Navy on the schedule and then deleted them after 2 losses. They're like, we can't play Navy anymore. This is stupid. And then I'm trying to think who else he had on there that were just dumb series. I think he had a home and home with UMass where I think Trey Roberson like broke his leg out in UMass. Just stupid. Why would you play at UMass? You're IU. You don't play out there. It's just dumb. Get back into this. Let's get off track there for a minute. FIU's preseason over-under wins without looking at your outline, which you guys have already done. What would you think? Seth's going 4.
Talent on the team, 2 or 3, but then you look at their schedule, the Conference USA has been plucked. Like all the good teams have went to the American or they went to the Big 12. There is no one left. Like
there's still one good team, right? One pretty good team that I think they avoid them this season.
Western Illinois is the best team.
Western Kentucky.
Western Kentucky. Yeah.
Yeah. They don't play
Western Illinois. But yeah, Western Kentucky is the lone good team in that conference. Yeah, I mean it's the Conference USA of old is no longer. It's a bad conference.
Remember when
that's their own fault. I mean, it's not their own fault. It's just conference realignment, right? Like, you can't do anything about it.
I guess. Head coach
Liberty, who we know, who's had a good run. The other good teams: New Mexico State and Jacksonville State.
New Mexico State's in the Conference USA. New Jacksonville State's in the Conference USA. What is that?
So is Sam Houston State, UTEP.
Yeah, this isn't the right conference.
And MTSU. Like,
wow.
So talent-wise, this is a 2-3 win team. But like, who they play? Yeah, I could see 4 to 5 wins. Just because
Liberty's good. Liberty's a good team. Jacksonville's Jack State. They got a good coach, right? Seth, who's coaching out there? They've got to. He's going to look it up right now.
Not Dion.
No, go look it up. Jacksonville State, Seth. They had, at least last year, they had a good coach. I can't remember who it was. He was a guy that kind of fell off a little bit, but he's a good coach. Maybe it's Rich Rod. Might be Rich Rod, Seth, out in Jack State. He's looking. Either way, here's what it is. It's 4.5. FanDuel's giving him 4.5. The preview, it is Rich Rod. Rodriguez.
I hate when you're right.
Yep. I watched that first game. It was like one of the first games of the season last year. It was Jacksonville State versus It was an interconference game. I can't remember who they played. Either way, it was a great game. Over under 4.5 on FanDuel. When I read their season preview, which just came out yesterday on Athlon Sports, they're giving them 5.5, but they gave automatic losses were 3 of them. It was IU, Liberty, and one other team. So
talk about bad scheduling. They go to Kennesaw State.
Brother.
What?
That's terrible, dude.
Why would you? A D1 program is going to Canada. That just blows my
What is Kennesaw State? Are they FBS or FCS?
I'm looking right now.
I know that
are in
Division I basketball.
No, first year in Conference USA. They have moved up.
Wow.
They are in Conference USA.
If you told me Kennesaw State didn't have a football team, I would have believed you. I would have been like, yeah, that makes sense. It's Kennesaw State. I don't even know where are they at, Seth?
Kennesaw, Georgia.
Georgia. That was a state I would have guessed was Georgia. All right, cool. Seth, have you ever heard of Mike McIntyre?
Yeah, he was the guy at San Jose State, Colorado, and then disappeared off the face of the earth. Haven't heard from him since. Why? Why are you bringing him up?
That's their head coach.
Oh, of course it is. Yeah.
Yeah, he bounced around a little bit as a DC after Colorado. Went to Ole Miss and Memphis. He has a career winning percentage of 40% as a head coach, which is not great. But I think he had some pretty good time at San Jose State, at least 1 year that was really good. Got him the Colorado job, and then he did what people do at Colorado, which is struggle. So let's get into their top 5 returning players. You guys have never heard of any of these people, so we'll go through this pretty quick. One guy you want to take a good look at is linebacker Reggie Peterson. They had a good linebacker that came out. Did he get drafted? Seth, can you look this up? If there was a linebacker drafted from FIU last year, really good stats from him. I can't remember his name off the top of my head, but Reggie Peterson's a guy left right now. First team 2023 and first team 2024 preseason CUSA team. Last year, he had 101 tackles, 3.5 sacks in an interception from the linebacker position. I would ask Brandon if he has anything to add, but he doesn't. He doesn't know any of these people, just like nobody else does, and I don't either. At safety, they've got a guy named Jamal Potts. He's a junior, 6'2", which is pretty standout for a safety. 63 tackles last year, 2 forced fumbles, 2 passes defended. Seth, go ahead. Take it off mute. There you go.
Yeah, they haven't had anybody drafted since 2020.
Oh, wow. The dude they had last year was pretty good. I can't remember his name, but I didn't know if he got drafted or not.
He transferred to Notre Dame.
Did he? No, that was the wide receiver, right? Mitchell? Is that his name?
Sorry, that's what I thought we were talking about.
Yeah. No, that guy's a stud. I almost put him in here because he is it's 78 catches, I think. I read this today. Over 1,000 yards, maybe receiving. Like, he was a stud for them last year. Quarterback Keon Jenkins, he's only a sophomore. He's only 5'11", too. 58% completion percentage, 2,400 yards passing. Here's the kicker. 1-for-1 touchdown to interception ratio, 11-11. Not ideal, is what they would say. They do have a kind of a shaky, kind of tall wide receiver for what he does. He's 2024 preseason Conference USA team as a returner. His name's Dean Patterson. He's I watched some highlights. I was like, what is this dude? How do you do this? And he's pretty quick for being 6'2" at the wide receiver position. Not big time stats last year, 28 catches, a touchdown, smidge over 400 yards. And then maybe their really only NFL talent might be on the offensive line, and he's still young. Travis Burke Jr., he's 6'9", 303 pounds on the tackle position. He's only a sophomore. Here's the only interesting question I have on this entire thing is, does that guy stay on the team? Yes or no? Or does he transfer? Got to transfer. He's got to transfer. But keep an eye out for those guys. You guys won't remember them. We may or may not talk about them come August.
Can I add a few more things?
Wow, you want to add some stuff? Go ahead.
So, I mean, just philosophy. They want to run the ball. They have 2 running backs, and seemingly, from what Sports Illustrated and College Football News previews tell me, one of their best offensive lines in years. So they want to run the ball, right? They are one of the worst. They were 29% on third down, which is horrific, like horrifically bad. They are almost as bad in the red zone. 32% in the red zone.
Wow.
Scoring
Wow.
touchdowns. That's touchdown scoring.
Okay.
Not overall scoring.
All right, that
But
would've been
touchdown,
bad.
but that's still horrific. I mean,
Yeah.
every 3 times in the red zone, you're scoring 1 touchdown. This team struggles to score. Their defense should be okay. Their safety
Defensive
pairing
coach.
is good. Yeah,
Yeah.
defensive coach. Their defense wants to get after. They want to get pressure. So that's what they're going to do. That's what I expect them to do for IU. They're going to just blitz all day. They have 2 safeties that could intercept the ball. So that's what they want to do. They want to slow, grind it out defensive game. It's going to be ugly. IU really should just blow them out. Like, if IU scores more than 20, they should win this game. IU should score 40, honestly. They should score 40. But I don't see against almost any team Florida International's putting up a lot of points this year. Their offense is going to be pretty bad. They do have a returning quarterback, but he's a sophomore and he had a pretty bad year. To be honest, he's not impressive at all. The guy I want to look out for, because he has an awesome name and it's a position that, at least under Tom Allen, tore us up. Air Force transfer, Rocky.
Oh, I thought his name was Air Force.
No, Air Force tight end transfer, Rocky Beers. He's 6'3", and he scored 2 late season touchdowns with the quarterback that's returning. So we always know there's a tight end that tears us up from a no-name school. Rocky Beers, Beers. Rocky Beers I bet's going to score a touchdown against us. I just already know it. Rocky Beers scoring a touchdown in Bloomington.
What does he play? What position does he play again? One more time.
Tight end.
Rocky. Does he make the all? He's been. I know that name. He's got to be on like somebody's all name team. Maybe that's why I know.
He
what it
should
is.
be. His name's Rocky Beers. It's incredible.
Yeah, it is awesome. I could just hear him go touchdown FIU. Rocky Beers. just real upset. He's like, God dang it.
Coors Light has to be reaching out to him for an NIL deal, right? Like that's
well, now that he's not at Air Force.
Oh yeah,
I'm
right.
sure that they're just like,
at Air Force he probably couldn't cash in on it.
No,
I don't know. I think okay. Anyways,
that's all.
All right. Yeah, please, thank you. What are you wearing? An Air Force shirt? Nice, dude. My cousin-in-law just graduated from Air Force this year. They do a crazy graduation, by the way. If you don't think about it, like I never thought about it, but the amount of flyovers that happen at that graduation are insane. If you haven't seen it, you guys should check out the Air Force, like Air Force Academy Instagram has like them graduating or whatever. And as they throw their hats in the air, fly over same time. It's dope, dude. It's dope. All right. Speaking of dope, you guys should support this podcast and sponsor us. It's not that expensive. It's probably really cheap in all honesty, because we have 4 people that listen to this podcast. And if you pay a certain amount of money, it's not that much money per person that listens to this podcast. So reach out to me. It's at michael@bragleyproductions.com, or just shoot a DM to any of the social media accounts. If you do it to Twitter, chances are Seth's going to answer. You'll probably get a big discount because he doesn't know what the packages are. But anything else, I'll answer and I'll figure it out. And I'll send you guys the packages. Tell your friends, tell your family, anybody that owns a business, we'll pimp them out. So no problem. Let's get into Brando's Randos.
All right. So keeping this in line with the agenda, talking NCAA 2024, is FIU a program that you guys would choose to start with? Because they're going to be bad. They're going to be a high 60, probably mid to high 60.
They are one of those schools that you can easily take as a 1-star, start as a head coach, and you can recruit the hell out of South and Central Florida,
right,
and get enough recruits to fill a roster. So it's definitely a viable option. The bad thing is Their mascot sucks. Their stadium sucks. So as far as any kind of, if you want to enjoy the game experience as much as possible, it doesn't really bring anything to the table from that perspective. But hell yeah, from a 1-star, if you want to build a dynasty from absolute ash, this is this is a hell of a place to start.
Did you say ash or ass? Which one did you say?
I said ash, but I guess either one applies.
Okay.
Next question. This is more of a fun fact than a question, but it blew me away. Do you guys know how many undergraduate students are at Indiana? Roughly?
Ooh, I saw this stat. I don't know at IU, but I know what FIU has, so I'm not going to spoil it.
42,000.
You're close. Like it's in the mid. I should have looked this up, but it's like in the 30s. FIU has 40,000 graduate, 15,000 postgraduate. It is a 55,000 student school. That is effing enormous.
It's the only technically in Miami. It's the only public school, I believe, because believe it or not, the U is a private school.
What about
it has
Florida
a much.
Atlantic?
That's not Miami. That's in what do they call it?
Palm
B starts with a B. Starts with a B.
Broward.
Two words.
Boca Raton?
Boca Raton.
Oh yeah, it's all the same thing.
It's technically not Miami.
Florida International's in Fort Lauderdale, but you wouldn't even notice it.
No, you wouldn't.
All right.
Yeah.
We want to get to notable alumni because this is fun. This is
man. Florida International notable alumni. Billy Gill, Dan Lebitard show, producer.
So
one of my big guys.
T.Y. Hilton.
T.Y. Hilton. Yes.
Jonnu Smith.
Yes.
Jonathan
Smith, yep.
Cyprian.
Yes. Safety from the Jaguars.
You're doing all NFL
I'm tapped
players.
out. That's all I know. I'm tapped.
Raja Bell.
Ooh,
okay.
Raja Bell.
Yeah.
Okay.
Manny Machado.
Okay.
Makes sense.
And now the head coach of South Carolina that took him to a Final Four, Frank Martin.
Makes sense.
Back in the day, right?
Yeah, back in the day.
Yeah. He's a Cuban, Frank Martin.
Yeah.
Cuban descent.
Can kids turn this off for a minute?
Shh.
In my opinion, the most notable alumni when doing my Google search, Florida International famous
Is it
alumni.
the same initial? First and last name?
No. It is.
Okay.
If you don't know her, you don't know her.
Oh boy.
Oh no.
Riley Reed.
Okay. It is the same initial, first name, last name. That's what I
okay, sorry. Yeah. Riley Reed.
Oh my
Who's
gosh.
that?
Yeah, who is that?
I don't know. You tell me. Anyway, everyone, you can turn it back on. There are two other Hollywood celebrities. Andy Garcia.
Okay.
And then you guys won't know her, but do you guys ever watch the show The Americans?
No.
Well, there's it's a Russian U.S. spy show on FX. But there was a spy named Lucia, and the actress Amy Carrero, also went to Florida International. So there you go. That was famous alumni.
Is that all of them? Maybe I know some. You keep going.
No, that's all. I feel like that's a lot, but for a school that big,
Yeah, it is a massive school. And when I was reading, I think it was Athlon or who's the other one? College. Who does the
College Football News? I do
Football
Sports
News.
Illustrated and College Football News.
It was one of those two was talking about how this team could be a big team here in the next 5-10 years based on enrollment, where they're at, and stuff like that. So I mean, it's a massive enrollment school, which is insane. You would never think that based on where they are, Conference USA and all that other stuff. Some other ones, which Seth I think will appreciate. Mike Lowell, Seth, FIU,
third baseman for the Marlins.
Yeah, that's right. Manny Diaz, not the Manny Diaz. That's a different one. Sorry, I shouldn't have said that.
UFC guy?
No,
No.
former mayor of Miami, Manny Diaz. But yeah, he covered everything else.
I think it's
Carlos Arroyo from FIU, former basketball player.
Hmm.
And yeah, he hit everything else.
Just the person that I'd mentioned, that I won't say again, not on their Wikipedia list of Florida international people. So everyone we named is on there, but the Wikipedia decided to not put her on there, which
That's weird.
that's not fair
What
to
does
her.
she do? What does she do for a living?
She's an entertainer.
Okay.
She's an entertainer.
millions of
Okay.
people.
All right.
She's
that's all I
she's
got.
entertained millions of people, or
Yes.
Okay.
The answer to that is yes, and we need to
Okay.
move on. I have nothing
right.
left.
moving on. Speaking of entertaining people, Seth, what's in your sack?
All right. So I also looked at some rosters.
Is it Riley Reed?
No. There. Oh God. This team has a ton of transfers. They have 2 guys from Illinois, and they have 1 guy, in fact, who's a former IU Hoosier. They have former, 2019 recruit Jeremy Passmore.
Yeah,
He
there we go.
redshirt 19, played minimally in 20, transferred to FIU in 21, has been a starter now for 3 years on the defensive line. This is his, I just lost count. This is his 5th year, 6th year? But he is
I wasn't paying attention. I was Googling Riley Reed. What were you saying?
Hopefully not on the work phone. Hopefully
6'3", 275.
Who's that?
Jeremy Passmore, former Hoosier.
Yeah.
6th year guy. Yeah.
Yep.
So that was an interesting little roster find. Anyway, I think he only has 3.5 sacks, so he hasn't been the most productive player, but certainly an experienced, big, bulky guy on their defensive line. And my last thing here real quick is this is the most exciting and interesting year in a long time for college football. And there's a new video game coming out we can't stop talking about. The landscape again has changed. 4 Big Ten new schools. The Pac-12 has dissolved. There's a 12-team playoff. Your team, the Hoosiers, have a brand new coach. There's so much reason for hope and optimism in every college town right now. Every delusional fan base is twisting their schedules in millions of permutations to fool themselves into thinking they have an outside shot at making the playoffs this year. Even IU.
6 here to win the national championship. That's what he said. He said it. He's here to win a national championship.
Much easier. That's right.
New Indiana.
Is that it?
That's it.
That's it, guys. This was number 200. If I take long enough, I can make it an hour, but I don't think I'm going to. Be sure to check out the pod on Twitter and Instagram. It's at Happy Hour IUFB. Guys, we are so close. We're under 100 days until kickoff. I cannot wait to be in that lot, get the grill out, grill up some dogs, some burgers, meet some of you guys, have some beers, sit in the nosebleeds with our seat backs, and enjoy a hell of a season. So here's to everybody that listened today and listens in the past and in the future. Make sure you guys give us a rating on any of the podcast platforms you guys listen to. Make sure it's 5 stars, and then you can talk shit after that. But yeah, don't Google Riley Reed, by the way. Don't do that. Just a heads up. All right. See you guys. Peace. Cheers.
Cheers.
Cheers. I'm going to go mainline some NCAA 14.
You mean Riley